Chapter 1, Prelude to Darkness. The night was a canvas of shadows, and the moon, a timid spectator, peeked through the veil of clouds. My name is Ethan, and I am what they call a sociopath. For years, I've danced with the darkness, a silent symphony orchestrating my life. You see, I don't feel emotions like others do. Joy, sadness, fear, they are but distant echoes in the caverns of my mind. It began with a whisper, an insidious urge that nestled in the recesses of my consciousness. A thirst for control, for dominance over the feeble strings of humanity. From childhood, I sensed I was different, an aberration in a world teeming with emotions. While my peers laughed and cried, I observed, dissecting their reactions like a scientist studying lab rats. As I grew, so did my fascination with the intricacies of human behavior. I watched, learned, and mimicked until my facade was flawless, a mask of normalcy concealing the void within. Yet, beneath the facade, a tempest brewed, a tempest hungry for chaos and despair. Chapter 2, The Symphony Unfolds. It was a chilly autumn evening when I first met her, Anna, a delicate flower ensnared in the tangled web of life. Her laughter was like a melody, sweet and intoxicating. From the moment our eyes met, I knew she would be my masterpiece, the centerpiece of my dark symphony. We met at a quaint cafe nestled in the heart of the city, a haven for lost souls seeking solace in the embrace of caffeine and conversation. Her presence was magnetic, drawing me into her world like a moth to flame. With every word, every smile, she unraveled the depths of my facade, peering into the abyss that lurked beneath. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and before long, we were inseparable, a twisted pas de deux echoing through the corridors of time. But beneath the veneer of affection, darkness lingered, a shadowy specter biding its time. Chapter 3, The Dance of Deception. As the days grew shorter and the nights grew colder, whispers of discontent echoed through the halls of our once idyllic union. Anna, once the epitome of grace and poise, became a prisoner of her own insecurities, a puppet ensnared in the tangled strings of my deception. I watched with detached amusement as she spiraled into madness, her once vibrant spirit eclipsed by the suffocating weight of doubt and despair. Each tear, each plea for salvation, fueled the flames of my obsession, a macabre dance of dominance and submission. But even as I reveled in her suffering, a gnawing emptiness gnawed at the edges of my consciousness, a primal hunger that could not be sated by the misery of others. It was then that I realized the truth: I was not in control. The darkness that consumed me was but a reflection of the darkness that lurked within. Chapter 4, A Symphony of Suffering. The night of reckoning arrived like a thief in the night, cloaked in the shroud of darkness that enveloped our world. As Anna slept, oblivious to the storm that raged within, I prepared for the final act of our tragic symphony, a crescendo of suffering that would echo through the annals of time. With trembling hands and a heart heavy with anticipation, I crept into her room, a silent specter haunting the corridors of her dreams. The blade gleamed in the moonlight, a grim reminder of the depths to which I had fallen, a slave to the darkness that consumed me. But even as I raised the blade to strike the final blow, a voice echoed in the recesses of my mind, a whisper of doubt that shattered the illusion of control. In that moment of clarity, I saw the truth: I was not the orchestrator of fate, but merely a pawn in a game far greater than myself. Chapter 5, Epilogue of the Damned. As the first light of dawn pierced the veil of night, I stood alone amidst the ruins of my shattered reality, a hollow shell adrift in a sea of regret and remorse. Anna's lifeless gaze haunted me, a silent testament to the horrors that lurked within the depths of my soul. In the end, it was not the darkness that consumed me, but the light, a flickering beacon of hope in a world shrouded in shadow. And so, as I stand on the precipice of oblivion, I offer this warning to those who dare to dance with the darkness: beware the symphony of the sociopath, for in the end, we are all but players in a game of fate.
By the way, if you want more horror and creepy stories like this, then please subscribe.